We're back.
We're live. We're back and
Holy
we're
crap.
live.
We're in a new studio.
Guess what? Good news.
What?
I'm starting a cult.
Oh.
It's going to be
What is it?
awesome. I'm going to have like tacos and margaritas at every meeting. And then we're going to do cool stuff like paint houses for people and mow yards and shit. And then everybody's going to have a shirt that says like 100% that bitch. So everybody knows like we're all together. So if you want to join my cult, just drop a like and we'll get you added to the list. And we're going to grow this thing. It's going to be good.
It sounds like a church.
No, it's a cult. It's going to be way better than a church. We're going to help people.
Oh, shoot. Starting off with fire.
With the shots.
Wow.
It's going to be good.
Gosh.
New year, new me.
Wow. Okay. So it's, what's it called?
I haven't decided yet. I'm working on that.
The Cult of Personality?
Honestly, after like recent things, I've kind of leaning on like the Heavy Hearts Club or something like that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Heavy Hearts Cult. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Interesting.
I feel like I'll be a good cult leader. Like I'm not going to ask you to like kill yourself or anything or like pledge your allegiance to me or Satan or anything like that. But it'll be good.
What makes it a cult?
I don't know. I'll figure it out. I mean, it has to be a cult.
Like, what makes a cult and a cult?
Kool-Aid?
Okay.
A leader?
Start.
I don't know.
Just a leader and Kool-Aid. Start this thing off the right way, talking about Cellular Center.
Okay, then.
CCICT. Real quick, and we want to talk about something that drives me crazy. Remember the Game Boy?
Yeah.
You could drop that sucker down a flight of stairs and it would still turn on.
Yeah. But, I mean, obviously not now. I mean, you literally look at your phone the wrong way and that bitch is just going to crack or stop working.
Exactly. And like you could build a house with Nokia 3310s.
And we should.
And we should try that. And when it happens, when your phone breaks, it breaks quicker than Hulk versus Yokozuna at WrestleMania 9.
I don't even remember that.
Oh, well, when it does happen, you need to go see our friends at CCICT.
Yeah, the local pros up here in Wichita at the Town East Mall upstairs by the Men's Warehouse, and they're going to get you taken care of.
So here's the deal. You can save $20 on any phone repair.
$20.
Over $50.
Yeah. And all you have to have is the CQ20 code. Just tell them Cartridge Quest sent you. Tell them code CQ20, and that's it. Super easy.
I love that. Don't trust the techs at the kiosk downstairs. Go to the experts upstairs. Where at?
The East Mall. Across the Men's Warehouse.
Upstairs. Men's Warehouse.
Upstairs. Not
downstairs with those bums. Use code CQ20.
Get that
Fix
money,
your phone and save your sanity today. Go check them out at CCI.
That ad got me thirsty.
Oof. Well, I'm still Average Trav.
I'm still Foodie Mike C, and we are still rolling this shit.
We are still rolling the Cartridge and Quest. Man,
can't stop.
Happy to get back into this.
Yeah, I know.
It's been a minute. So we're going to get into a little bit of retro rewind. We're going to talk, we're going to talk a little bit of ice skating. We're going to talk a little bit of video games. We're going to talk a little bit of nerd tech news stuff.
Let's talk about the Regent Theater, though, and how they have the Dad Rock concert coming up, though. That's going to be crazy.
This is going to be cool.
That's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. We're going to be there. We're going to go check it out.
What is that,
Council?
The 10th?
It's the 10th, Saturday the 10th. They're called Council Hill. And they are going to be showing they're going to be playing like all of the Dad Rock classics to all of your favorite hits from bands like Creed, Nickelback, Three Doors Down, Audioslave, The Calling, Stain, Hoobastank. Dude, this is going to be so cool. There's something for everybody, I feel like.
Legit.
And I don't even know why we call this Dad Rock. This is just cool, fun rock music. But whatever. So come check it out. Regent Theater, January 10th. Doors open at 6:30. Concert starts at 7:30. We'll be there hanging out, so come hang out with us and have a good time. I mean, this is going to be, we got to support the stuff here in Wellington. Even if you're from Wichita, come check this out because you know you guys like these bands. And it's going. And so come check it out at the Regent. And we super thank the Regent for supporting this, our podcast, and sponsoring this segment every single week. So thanks to those guys. And
let's get with it. Let's do some retro rewind.
Retro Rewind. All right. January 5th through the 11th is what we're talking about right now. And this one is called The Whack Heard Around the World. January 6th, 1994. Let me set the scene. We're going to travel back to January 6th, 1994. We're in Detroit, and we're at a sporting event. But the biggest moment happens in the hallway. A man runs past. A woman is on the floor screaming, and two famous words are said repeatedly. Do you remember what they were?
Why? I don't know, some hard black stick. Something really, really hard. Help me. We're gonna get you later.
Why me? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Figure skating.
We're talking about figure skating, and we're not talking about a movie, not talking about Blades of Glory. We're talking about an attack on a figure skater named Nancy Kerrigan. You remember this, right? Yes.
All as hell, dude.
So the grainy footage from the hallway is her laying on the ground, holding her ankle, saying, "Why me? Why me?" And you don't really even know what's happening. Like, it's pretty crazy. Everybody over 35 freaking remembers just her screaming, "Why me? Why me?" This one, I mean, we were young, like 94, 9, but it really took figure skating from like a real thing into like it almost felt like a WWF storyline. Because it was like, what just happened? Was it a fan? Was it a terrorist? Like, what happened here? Like,
but with that being said,
so this is where it stops being random and starts sounding like a bad VHS crime flick, right? So it wasn't some crazed fan. It was a hit. And it was cooked up by
Tonya
Harding and her ex-husband and his bodyguard guy, right? So we're talking about Jeff Gillooly. He just sounds like a terrible person.
Yeah.
And Sean Eckhart. They're sitting around the living room in Portland, and they're like, we think we're like good fellas, so let's go whack somebody. And who did they decide to whack? Tonya Harding's biggest competition the day before the finals, because Tonya knew she wasn't winning. And Nancy was going to take that thing.
Yeah, she had a clear path, and this was like the only thing that was going to potentially put her up in that position. I mean, it sounds good on paper until you go for the execution, and it turns out they're a bunch of dumbasses.
Right.
That doesn't help.
Because the next day, Tonya Harding did win the championship in Detroit, right? But this thing fell apart so fast because they caught on, the FBI and the authorities caught on so fast to these guys. Mm-hmm. They started to crumble so quick. They were just rolling up on everybody that they thought could have been. I mean, honestly, how many people? If you take away it was a crazy fan. Okay, let's just think about it logically. Like, if it wasn't a crazy fan, then it was probably one of the competition, right? And so let's go talk to all of those people and figure out what the heck happened here. And so Gillooly caved first. He told on his buddy. Here's the other crazy part. Gillooly and Eckhart, they're not even the two guys that did it. They hired people to go do this for them. That's it. And he's like, nope, I am a big old baby, and I'm going to crumble. And so this was the leading sports center. It was huge. It made figure skating that year something to talk about when nobody else cared about it at all.
Yeah.
And so it turned figure skating into a full-blown wrestling angle, which is just wild because that kind of thing, we haven't seen that since, I don't think, where somebody just put out a hit. And
no. Yeah, they had kind of like targeting in football that they kind of had to deal with, but nothing to that extent. But I'll tell you what, we'll take from this physical hit and go to a digital hit that like changed everything in the living room.
Yes. So this is crazy. So worlds collide. The console wars get weird.
Mm-hmm.
The event is January 6th, same day, 2001, though.
A little bit later.
We're at CES in Las Vegas, and Microsoft unveils the original Xbox.
Yes.
Do you remember this at all?
I do remember seeing some of it. I couldn't tell you a lot about it, but I do remember like initially hearing about it and being like, "Oh, holy shit!"
This is gonna be crazy, right? And so we had one of the like biggest nerds ever.
Yeah,
Bill Gates.
I thought you were gonna say The Rock.
No, he ran. I mean, he came up with Microsoft. He built the business. It's huge, and now he's one of the richest guys in the world. But back in 2001, it wasn't. I mean, it was big, but it wasn't what it is now. And it was you had him up on stage in his like not even a sweater. It was just like a button up. Let's see if we can I think I can make this part work.
Khakis
and a button up. And then you had The Rock up there
motherfucking
with
Dwayne.
him. So it was Bill Gates and The Rock. CES, January 6, 2001 in Las Vegas. He's up there in his friggin' button-up shirt. The Rock's up there in a leather jacket and his glasses. And it's just like two worlds colliding. Like, how did this come together? Why did they pick The Rock?
Yeah.
And why did The Rock agree to this?
Money.
Yeah.
Big old piles of money.
Yeah, probably. But The Rock was the biggest name in the WWF at that time, right? I mean, he was coming up. I don't know if he was the biggest name, but he was huge in 2001.
Sure.
And so, it made sense, but at the same time, it's like, okay, what's happening here? So what this did is this really just made the Xbox. It became the bro console, right?
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Just one of those things where everybody in college it seems like everybody had an Xbox. I don't know how PlayStation survived.
Xbox. Yeah, I don't know either. People still use it, and I still wonder that, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't understand it either, because it's like, how did that I don't understand how the PlayStation survived, but it's huge and people love their PlayStations. But we've always been Xbox guys since that first Xbox. And so for us, this one was just massive. Like, it was so big, and we loved the Xbox. So, this one was weird. Obviously it worked because they marketed the crap out of it and we bought them.
Yeah.
But just kind of weird the way that one that they decided to market that one. All right, let's move on to a little bit of games. So January 11th, 2005, Capcom released Resident Evil 4 for the GameCube. Do you remember this game? Did you play it?
I wish I could say I got into any of the Resident Evils, but I didn't.
So for most people, this was pretty crazy because Resident Evil, Capcom, what they did is they signed it was called the Capcom 5, and they signed a 5-game deal with GameCube to be the exclusives, right? But Resident Evil 4, Nintendo still is kind of the kid-friendly, family-friendly console, right? And so to have a rated M game like this on the GameCube was kind of weird, and so it didn't do great. And so Capcom actually decided, hey, we're going to have to release this on other stuff too. And so they ended up releasing this on the PlayStation 2 as well. But the biggest the thing that people remember the most, and you might have even seen this guy and not known what it was, is Dr. Salvatore. And like this dude, the chainsaw guy with the bag on his head, is so scary. And everybody, like this is the game that literally made all of the over-the-shoulder shooters that we have today what they are, because this has started it, right? This was like, it wasn't the very first one, but stuff like Gears of War and Fortnite third-person gunplay and that kind of stuff, this is where it started. This is what made everybody say, yeah, we're going to start doing that, right? So as soon as you see this guy, every 90s kid is going to like try to turn and like get that shotty out and figure out where he's at, because that freaking chainsaw, this dude was so scary. And
terrifying.
So scary. In this game, I mean, it was...
I don't like that at all.
It was gory and bloody, and it was, for 2005, this was pretty crazy. And luckily we had the ESRB, so they put a mature label on this one, and, so you knew what you were getting at least. But so Resident Evil 4, Dr. Salvador is just one of the biggest, baddest villains, I think. And he's not the first guy you see in this game, but he's pretty darn close and really scary. So, all right, the next one, you were a big Sega guy, and Sonic was Sonic was Sega's Mario. I mean, you didn't have any Sonic games on any other systems. They were only on Sega stuff. I mean, I think there was maybe one or two Sonic games on maybe the Game Boy at some point, but it didn't happen very often. So, moving to 2004, the Dreamcast had come out. It had failed, and Sega had decided we're not meant for this hardware game anymore, but we do still want to make software. And so they started making Sega games Sega games and Sonic games for other systems. And so I don't know if you remember seeing Sonic Heroes ever.
It sounds super familiar.
An Xbox or a PlayStation 1 or even a GameCube. But it was released on January 6, 2004, and it really was the white flag for Sega to say, look, we're not making hardware anymore, but we're going to make some pretty cool games, and Sonic's going to still be our guy.
Well,
absolutely.
Still stay relevant. Yeah. I mean, fuck, now there's still Sonic movies and everything. So
I mean, I feel like they definitely aren't part of the console wars anymore, but they still stayed relevant. I mean, there's still so much good Sonic stuff and a bunch of good Sega stuff in general that's still out there. So I guess, seeing where your future is going and being able to say, okay, yep, we definitely can't keep doing the way we were doing it because it failed, which, man, I still believe that the Dreamcast was better than the PS1, was better than the PS2. It just, I don't know why it didn't work. Like it was sort of ahead of its time. It had features that nothing else had, and then now everything has all of those things. And it's weird why it didn't work because I feel like Sega had a awesome console, and I loved my Dreamcast. I played the heck out of that thing, and apparently it just didn't work. So they knew that, and they were like, all right, fine. Okay. Let's. Somebody sent me a message and said that's the wrong way to fix it. There we go. That should be better. Should be able to hear less of my big, fat, heavy breaths.
Breathing all of the brown man's air down here.
It's limited air. No, there's plenty of air.
Don't be worried about us.
Space. Okay. That's you. The gray stuff.
Trav, Mike, the Japanese.
No, you're too far. You went too far.
Bad. Yeah, the console wars got weird, but the real world even weirder.
Gets even weirder. And we are going to have to put this video clip in here because Riverside sucks, but we will put this video clip in here because it's crazy. And 1992, January 8th, 1992, the President George H. Bush, so we had George W. in the 2000s, but his dad was the president in the 90s. We all remember that, right? We were young, but we remember George H. He was over in Japan visiting the prime minister.
Okay.
And something happened that is kind of funny. Now, if you watch this video, it looks like the dude just died. But
did that kind of weigh your little answer here?
He slumped over, looking unconscious, and his wife rushes over there. Where is the question? Dang it, I skipped it. Okay, so the Japanese press invented a new verb after this incident. So, can you guess what bushu suru means? Is it to faint at dinner, to vomit in public, or to ruin a diplomatic tie?
I feel like you told me already.
Did I already? I got a little ahead of myself. I said that, and I tricked you because he did pass out, but he threw up in the prime minister's lap.
No.
Yes. I don't know if he had bad sushi. I don't know what happened, but so the Japanese press coined a term, bushu suru, or to do a bush, which meant publicly vomiting.
Doing a bush is different in the United States.
Different, yes.
than it is in Japan.
I
FYI.
agree. That is a lot different. But
that's going to be my favorite clip from this fucking video.
So Bushu Suru means to do a bush or to vomit in public. That's pretty wild. He got an entire new slang word in Japanese because he did that.
Okay.
Pretty crazy.
We'll just skip that one because it's going to get weird. We're going to get some weird comments. I'm going to leave some weird comments.
Let's get them. I mean, get those weird comments rolling, people. It's 2026. It's the year of the weird comment. Let's go.
I'm going to match your freaks just so you know if you're listening to this.
Whatever you say,
I'm gonna double it.
I have no doubt. Let's see how wild we can get Foodie Mike in the comments this week.
It's going to be bad.
Okay, so the day the computer died, 2007, Jobs announced that Apple Computer Inc. was changing its name to just Apple Inc.
Yeah, I like it.
And so this really took Apple from a nerd computer company to what it is today, which is just an iconic technology company.
Yeah.
And we'll give you a little bit of screenshot of Mr. Jobs here doing his thing. So on this day in history, January 9th, 2007, Steve Jobs introduced the Apple iPhone at Macworld in San Francisco. The same day that they changed their name to Apple Inc., they introduced the Apple iPhone. Look how tiny that thing is.
Back in the day, we wanted our cell phones like just small as shit.
Like so small.
Now they're iPads.
I don't think he had huge hands, and that thing looks so small. What do you think? Look at the screen on that. Do you think that it looks similar to that still?
I mean, I appreciate the fact that the design elements are still there, but it's like one big thing that's sticking out to me is like the screen is kind of like you can see where the screen is.
Yeah.
As opposed to the whole front face of it is just a screen now.
Right. Especially at the top and the bottom.
Sure.
On the sides too, but at the top and the bottom, there was all the sensors or whatever was there, the button at the bottom and all of that. So yeah, you definitely get more screen display. Even this phone today, if it was this size and the screen was the full thing, it'd probably be decent.
Be better, yeah. But still, I mean, obviously killed it with the iPhone because I mean it was like game changing.
It was. I mean, as far as smartphones go, it definitely took the Windows Phone and the BlackBerry and just threw that stuff out the window.
Because the BlackBerry, I remember the BlackBerry was kind of like the smartphone of the time, you know what I mean? And it's like, and then the iPhone came out and the BlackBerry's like, well, fuck. Like, what do we do now? Yeah. And they were just gone after that. Like, they just couldn't keep up.
Yeah, and then Android came a little ways after, I think 2009, for some competition, which Apple needed. I think competition always is better.
Yeah, it helps for innovation.
For sure. And so I think, the iPhone coming out, though, crazy how it's still here. They're still doing it. People are still clamoring for those things.
Yep.
And it's, it's just one of those things that I don't think that thing can die. Like, it's always going to be around. They're always going to be making phones.
They're going to have to really mess something up for it to be a problem, but
for sure.
That's not going to happen.
So yeah, they changed their name and introduced one of the most iconic devices ever and then just went on to just kill it. So let's talk a little bit of Madden curse because
speaking of kill it, let's talk about Peyton Hillis's career.
Peyton Hillis. Do you remember him?
I remember the name, but not the person.
Yeah.
No.
So maybe you'll remember him once you see the cover, but this one's crazy because Peyton Hillis, Browns, first of all, that's their first mistake. He, in 2010, this dude was a freaking beast. And they did a vote again, right? Because that worked the first time. Drew Brees, last time, they did the vote and he won, and it was almost okay. Well, so the Browns fans voted in Peyton Hillis because he basically was just a Madden creative player in 2010. Like, he was 99 everything. And he just was trucking people, running over dudes, just a beast. And
until he wasn't.
And the year that he was on the cover, it started, he got a little big for his britches, as they used to say. He wanted a big old contract. Browns wouldn't give it to him. Then he had strep throat during the season and sat out. It's like, bro, I can go to work with a strep throat, with a sore throat. You can go play football.
Give him some Vagisil and just get him back out there.
Like, just go take some Robitussin and you'll be fine.
I'm going to tag Peyton Hillis in this. I'm like, explain yourself, bitch.
Yeah, what are you doing? I'm sure Lee's got some, like, he's like a pastor and doing awesome things or something. But it's like, no, this guy, like, screw this guy. He couldn't. He got way too big for his britches, and he just overestimated his ability, and then sat out because he had strep throat. Like, whatever, man. So it's not. I guess the curse is not always just I broke my leg. It also is, contract issue. It also is I'm sick, not really sick. It's going to get you one way or the other. And it got him in a way different way than we've seen before.
Right in the vagina.
Right in that ding ding.
Yeah.
It does. It's that time again.
Cartridge conundrum.
The conundrum is here.
Ready for the cartridge conundrum? Powered by nostalgia and Player One energy. Cartridge and Quest forever.
Okay. Here's the deal. The price of defeat in 1992. The question is, it's January 1992. The Christmas rush is over, and the panic to fight the Sega Genesis real. Nintendo dropped the price of the SNES from $199 to what? Is it number A, $149, number B, $179, number C, $99, or number D, $129? If you got it, let us know in the comments, and we'll let you know at the end of the podcast what the answer is.
I really wish they were still this price. Like, whatever the price is, like, I would pay it.
Yeah.
If I can get a console for under $200.
Well, I'm going to talk about the inflation at the end because it's pretty wild what the number actually is. What do you think $199 was back then for the original price of this?
I don't know, but I'm sure ChatGPT would hook me up.
I mean, I'll tell you at the end because I have the number, but just take a guess.
$300.
You're close. So, yeah, I mean, this was really, if you think about the Christmas buying season.
Yeah.
I don't remember in 92. I think I got my actual Nintendo in 1990. So I doubt I had a Super Nintendo or a Genesis in 92 when it was first new. But obviously people were buying them a ton because this was peak video game systems. And Nintendo just got scared and they're like, holy smokes, we're going to have to lower the price of this thing.
Which is wild because Nintendo's so massive.
I know. And I bet they actually didn't need to, but I bet they sold when people saw the ad in Toys R Us, like, oh man, it's X less.
It just flew off the shelf,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I bet people were like, oh yes, we're going to go get those. So the next segment is what are those damn kids saying? And we tried this with Zacho. I didn't explain it very well. It didn't go great, but you and I know how to play this game.
Have you ever asked yourself, what are these damn kids saying?
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to spin the first wheel for our buzzword.
Okay.
And then we're going to spin the second wheel for the 2005 slang word, or the 2025 slang word. Okay. And I was thinking that maybe this works better if our answer is the 90s slang word.
Okay.
Does that,
yeah.
I think that's more helpful. And then we can look at the spreadsheet and say, okay, here's what it means today. Okay. Does that work?
Let's see what happens.
Let's get into this thing. Okay. This is going to be my buzzword.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's a lot of them on there. Captain Planet. Heck yes. My buzzword is Captain Planet.
Okay.
Mike's buzzword is...
It's going to be something racist. I'm like, I don't want to say that.
No, this is all 90s cartoons. There's nothing bad.
Oh, okay. Courage. I fucking love Courage.
Courage the Cowardly Dog. All right. So your buzzword is Courage the Cowardly Dog. My buzzword is Captain Planet.
Let's fucking see what happens here.
Can we get to the other one from here? Uh-oh. Everybody seeing my screen? Nope, nobody's seeing that. Where'd it go?
Better your screen than your peen. That's what Grandma used to say.
Grandma's racy.
She knew a lot about computers.
The first word is...
Courage.
Okay,
I think I got it. Courage.
Yeah, you buzzed in first.
I'm going to say like fat. Like pretty hot and tempting.
This is another one that's fat.
I think so. Or all that could have worked potentially, but...
All that in a bag of chips?
Which also is a snack. But yeah, I think like
snack is fat or all that. Let's see here. Snack. You got it, dude. You got it right on. It is fat. Yes,
Yeah.
pretty hot and tempting. Excellent, great, or attractive is what the kids mean by a snack. How'd you know that? You crazy.
I'm with it. I'm with the slang.
So really what it means today is someone who is extremely attractive or stylish is a snack. Okay, I can see that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to say that. I feel like I could probably say that to my wife and she'd laugh at me. It might get me a little wink or something though.
I've called someone dessert before, and that
one's tricky.
It's like, I'm going to eat this and I'm going to eat that.
Oh boy. I mean, yeah. All right.
Snack.
You go, boy. All right. Let's spin this wheel one more time. Captain Planet? Drip. The drip. The drip is like the clothes. So what would it be in the 90s? I didn't know at first. Shoot. I shouldn't have said it.
Yeah, I was like, why did you say it? Because I have no fucking idea.
What did it be in the 90s? I don't know. I do not know what this would have been in 90s slang. What did we say for cool clothes?
Fresh.
Ooh, that's a good one. Is it fresh?
Did I just steal it?
You stole it. Drip. Like, I know what drip means today. I just don't know what it would have been in the 90s slang.
Fresh is my answer.
Fresh. Let's see. Drip. Come on, Nose. Bro, you are the 90s slang king. Fresh is what it is. Holy crap. Something new, clean, or cool. Often related to clothes is what fresh would have meant. And then the drip. What are kids saying today? What is it even? Yeah. An impressive or exceptional fashionable outfit or personal style. Because you see the kids on TikTok always saying, check the drip, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we would have said fresh.
Looking fresh.
Looking fresh. Fly?
Fly
would have been a good one, too. Man, you stole that one from me. That's 2 points for you this week. I don't like it.
I did good. Normally we split it up, but not this time.
Not this time.
I gave you your chance, though.
I buzzed in way too soon.
You did.
I had no idea what it was. I just wanted to make sure you didn't get the points, and you got the points anyway.
It happens, I guess.
Did this week.
You know what else happens?
I don't know.
Sometimes we get airmail.
Airmail, we got something in the mail. It's airmail, airmail.
Man, gosh,
and it's always, I don't want to say it's always great, because it's not always great. Sometimes we get some yucky ass sodas.
Pickle soda. Sometimes we get other stuff. And this is the first time we've had airmail since I've had our new jingle, and I can't even play it.
Yeah, and we can't even do it because Riverside is sucking ass.
Come on, Riverside.
As
Mantry.
usual, check out the Mantry. Mantry has the code. I don't know why it's not focusing. That's fine. We'll get with it. We're gonna post some stuff here, but we gotta show you this box give us
a good 10 seconds of each one of those so that we have some good content here. Big Fork.
Big Fork, bacon-inspired pork jerky. So why don't you go ahead and dive into that while I'm doing the rest of this, because you know it's going to be good. You might as well, because I'm not saying chew it into the microphone or anything, but that's going to be a fantastic one. I guarantee if it's bacon-inspired, dude.
Dude, it smells like bacon.
God, now I need it.
Gosh, dude, yes. That is so good.
That is crazy.
So good.
You cannot, like, my mouth is watering right now. Okay, but the next thing we're going to go into is this Black Cask Bourbon. It's a smoky black tea with vanilla and caramel notes. That's going to be money. I'm pretty excited about that. Harney and Sons Fine Teas. That's going to be so good. Very excited. So the cool thing about this is I decided I'm actually going to make like a recipe from some of the stuff in here. So not knowing what's in here, we're going to figure it out, but I guarantee it's going to be delicious.
And you're going to come up with the recipe before we are done talking about the Mantry box, right?
That's right. Absolutely. Okay, so now we have Big Tree Farms Feisty Original Naughty Bali Barbecue Sauce.
Wow, that's a mouthful. And I want a mouthful of it.
Yeah, that's a lot to say, but I'm adding that to my list because I'm got some things in the works in my brain right now, my little baby brain.
Ooh.
Pork King Good.
Porking Good is the name of it. I love it.
Pork rind crumbs. That is fantastic.
Man, I love
this is like your gluten-free option kind of a thing, or if people
I've
are
done
doing
keto a couple of times, and pork rinds are such a good option when you are looking for like chips or something crunchy. It's such a good keto option.
So that's going to be great. And then it looks like last year we have uncured bacon jam with honey and habanero from TBJ Gourmet.
I love bacon so much.
I haven't messed with the uncured bacon jam.
What does that mean?
I don't know if it means there's no smoke or no salt or whatever it is, because typically smoke and salt is what's going to cure this. So I have no nitrites or nitrates. So I think that's the thing. No pink salts, because people are very worried about that, health conscious.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, just with this being said, this reminds me of like a sandwich that I had in my food truck where I'd take like a whether it's pork or chicken, do a cutlet, bread it up real nice, do some bacon jam on top, and then take the barbecue, little mayo, make like a remoulade sauce. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. We're going to make this delicious sandwich.
You're going to do sauce with chicken or pork, and you're going to put it in the crumbs?
Yep, and we're going to fry it up, do the bacon jam, and it's going to be stupid. So
dude, that sounds so good.
It's going to be awesome.
With a side of pork beef jerky.
There you go. Yeah. So while we get into whatever we're doing here next, I feel like I need to try a piece of this because
dude, you have to try it.
I'm next. So you guys just got to give me a second because I mean, this honestly just smells ridiculous.
Isn't that so good?
That is good. It's a little spicy, got a little spice to it, but it really does just have that like bacon flavor to it.
Yeah, and it smells like bacon. Like that was delicious. Look at that.
Beautiful.
That's just like bacon beef jerky. You can't even call it beef jerky because it's not beef. It's bacon jerky.
It's got some spice to it. Like I'm brown. I don't taste spice very well. I taste spice on that. So white people be alerted.
I didn't think it was spicy. What's that mean? I actually did think it was spicy.
So you're a damn liar is what that means.
I did think there's some spice in there.
Tell you what we're going to do, though. We're going to transition from that into something I want to talk about. And that's I've been talking about white people food lately.
You have.
And I feel like there are very classic like white people meals that I feel like we could dive into. And I feel like it's going to be a staple in like everybody's house. And the coolest thing about food is I feel like nobody does it the same.
Mm-hmm.
I almost guarantee if you have any white in you whatsoever, it's like you were raised on chili, white people tacos.
Okay, what?
Come on, white people taco.
What's
night?
a white people taco?
I mean, it's your store-bought crunchy shell.
Okay.
And you're just taking hamburger with a little bit of taco seasoning.
The Manning's or whatever, Williams taco seasoning.
Williams for sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We're going to get Williams as a sponsor now because I'm like.
That's awesome. Heck yeah. Let's go, Williams.
So, I mean, yeah, then your lettuce and your tomato. And that's the thing. It's not pico de gallo or anything like good salsa, nothing. It's like, nope, just straight up tomatoes.
Sour cream?
And a little sour cream to finish it.
No salsa.
No salsa. Yeah, salsa's way too spicy.
And if you're super white, you bought the ones with the flat bottom because you want them to stand up.
That was later in life, though. Yeah, they didn't even come out with those until it was a little while. But then even then, they try to make it look like a Mexican child said that. It's like Mexican kids are eating corn tortillas and all. They ain't fucking around with your little shells. But anyways, how about even like I said, you got your spaghetti, maybe some chicken and noodles.
Spaghetti, dude. That is the most poor white people food ever.
It's because it is like the easiest thing to be like, oh, I got some fucking hamburger and just some
we got some red sauce in there.
Yeah, and that's the thing. All of these things can be very good.
Yeah,
but a lot of times it wasn't. I've had some watery ass chili that didn't taste like anything but a little bit of cumin and Rotel or some shit. You know what I mean? Like I said, all these things can be very good, but I just don't know why these were a staple. Like it's like everybody had the same mom and they cooked the same fucking 6 things. I mean, do you disagree or?
We had the same 6 things every night. Like it was like taco. That's how Taco Tuesday happened.
Okay.
Right. Like
all the white people
did tacos on Tuesdays.
It's a good Tuesday thing.
Yep. And then like we definitely like I had a Mexican step grandpa.
Yeah.
And he made awesome burritos, like such good burritos.
Okay.
And so I got to eat some like somewhat authentic Mexican food sometimes, but yeah, at our house for sure. It was tacos, spaghetti. I mean, my mom would make salmon patties out of canned salmon.
Yeah, you got to like pick the bones out and shit.
No, it was canned salmon. It was like it wasn't even really fish, I don't think.
I feel like we had to make sure like you weren't like
part, but I wasn't picking them out, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably why. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't mad at salmon patties, but I definitely had salmon patties.
Yes.
It's like, you want to throw a little ketchup on there? And I was like, not really, man. It's salmon. Like, why are we putting? That's just the white.
Peanut butter and sugar sandwiches because we were poor as frick, and that's all we had.
I'm telling you, like, it's funny because like talking about food now as a food guy, everybody's like, oh, what was that growing up? What did you eat? And all this. And like, man, I had a country ass grandma who, made rolls and pies and cinnamon rolls and all this stuff. Like, so I had country fried everything, man. Like everything was just country fried and just gravy on everything. Then I had my Mexican grandma, and she was just making like all the tacos, tamales, sopes, like
flaques and
the cornflakes if you stay the night. But no, man, like, I don't know. It was very different cultures, but I mean, good food nonetheless, man.
Either
it's like
way, I mean, you think both sides of that were good? Like both grandmas made good food?
Oh, for sure. Just wild how different it is. Because like I said, one side is just carbs and sugar and gravy and, and fat, and all that. And then like the Mexican side is like all like fresh and spice and all the good things. But man, I kind of feel like I got the best of both worlds there. For sure.
That sounds awesome. And like I said, I did have those burritos. I remember those. And then I definitely remember like at my grandma's house eating like sardines and crackers like that, like
dude,
saltines.
I actually introduced my daughter to something here recently. I was at my mom's house, and for whatever reason, I saw like Velveeta and like saltines, and I was like, I remember grandma like putting mayo on saltine crackers and doing like a little slice of Velveeta cheese on it. And it was just like a little snack we'd have growing
weird.
up. And it is like I mean, it's like the most ghetto charcuterie ever, but
one of my favorite snacks was Cheese Whiz and the chicken crackers.
Oh, you had Cheese Whiz.
Yeah. I mean, but it was probably...
Are you talking about the cheese in the can or Cheese Whiz like the jar?
The spray one with the
spray cheese. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the dollar store classic.
Yeah.
You go to the dollar store, get the chicken in a basket.
Chicken and a biscuit.
Oh, yeah, that thing right there. Yeah.
Yes.
And then you put
the cheese that you squirt out of the bottle. And
that was money. Dude, that was money. It was good.
So good.
It was like a $2 meal right there.
Yes. You could eat those. You could eat that whole box with that whole can of Cheese Whiz and just be like, oh, yes.
I've always wanted to pull that little rubber stopper out of the bottom of it.
Out of the bottom of the cheese to see what it does.
It would make the cheese all explode. So maybe that needs to be something we do at some point just for science.
That's hilarious.
We need to have like a segment now where it's like science of our youth, like sitting too close to the TV, like pulling that shit out, crossing your eyes. Like, did it do anything to your eyes?
Yeah. Like
things like that. Like we'll test the parents' myth. Is it illegal to leave your light on in the car? Which I still tell my kids.
Can you swim 30 minutes after you eat?
We need to know the science behind it. So I think we just stumbled upon a new segment here. But for the sake of moving this thing on, I do want to get into a brand new Would You Rather.
Oh, geez.
And I feel like it's solid. This one doesn't involve anything sexual or weird.
Okay.
So
that's
consider
odd.
yourself. Yeah, I know. I got to thinking about my Cowboys, though. You know what I mean? They are the most hated team in the world. And no matter how bad everybody else's team is, all they want to do is talk about the Cowboys. And I don't understand that.
So bad. Cowboys, though, check this thing out. This thing is
sure. The Cowboys haven't been to the Super Bowl since like '95 or some shit. You know, like whatever. Yeah. So okay, big deal. There are teams in their existence have never been to a Super Bowl. Or how about the Bills, who have been like 4 times in a row,
and we beat them 3 of those times.
Yeah. So I mean, there's obviously other teams we could be talking about right now. But with that being said, for this would you rather have a football team that is a contender every year? I'm not saying they're going to win or go to the Super Bowl every year, but they're like one of the top dogs every single year. So every year that you're watching your team, they're a contender. They're strong. Or would you rather have it to where like, hey, your team, I'm not saying they're going to be dead last every time, but they're only going to win a Super Bowl every like 30 or 40 years.
Okay, so you're talking about do you want the Chiefs or do you want the Cowboys?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's the thing. People talk about the Chiefs. Oh, they're a dynasty now. It's like, man, it was 50 years since their last Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, so imagine if they won one and then just didn't for another 50 years.
I think about like the Patriots. Like they won so much when Tom Brady was there. They're finally back there with Drake May.
Yeah.
But are they going to get there or are they not? Man, I feel like, would you rather? I'm going to go.
That's a tough one.
They never win it.
They just never win it. They're always contenders, but they never get
there. That's
so it's like
worse. I feel like that's worse.
I know, but at the same time, it's like at least they're always up there. Like,
and at least you get to watch playoff football.
If I could see the Cowboys in the Super Bowl like every year or two,
but they
or
lose
3 years,
every time, you'd be so pissed off at them. Wouldn't you be more mad at them?
If I have to wait till I'm fucking 80 or whatever to see them win a Super Bowl?
You said they're never gonna win it.
I said, or the option is every 30 or 40 years that they
at least they would get there.
Yeah, I guess, but goddamn, that's a long time.
I feel like just toying with me every single year and getting to the NFC Championship game or getting to the Super Bowl and losing every time, I would be so much more heartbroken than just knowing, they suck. And one of these years they're going to get it, and I know that it will break their way sometime. As opposed to they're just never going to win and they suck. They don't suck. They're so good, but they just can't get over the hump.
But then they might be 3-13 for the next 20 years.
And... and that's the hell that we've been living in for the last 30 years.
That is.
And it's like, but one of these years, I always have hope at the beginning of the season. And
it's like, give me one more before we die. Like,
yeah.
I just want to see it one more time.
One more. So I do think like I would rather take the Cowboys not winning for 30 years and then getting one in the next 3 or 4 than going there for the last 30 years, like being in the playoffs and getting to the Super Bowl. Like, I just don't, that would just be heartbreak because it's so gut wrenching to get to the playoffs and then lose. At least we knew 3 weeks ago, we're done.
Yeah.
I can start watching the Bills and rooting for the Bills because that's who I want to win the Super Bowl now.
But with that being said, there's so many people who have been like Browns fans or whoever, the Jaguars, or even the Jaguars doing better. But you know what I mean?
Jags just won the division.
Yeah, but it's like, imagine having a team that's been so bad just for decades, and it's like if you could just watch them be good every year, like every year, they're going to be a good team.
But they're never going to win.
Is that enough? Is that enough? I don't know. Yeah.
Is there an option where I don't know, because that would make it better if you could say that they were going to win in the same span, in the same 30-year span. Then I would say, yeah, for sure. Let them be there all the time and then just win one every 30 years. But the fact that you're saying they're always going to be there and they're never going to get to the top, they're never going to win. Like, I can't, no. That's the whole reason that I watch is because I want my team to win a Super Bowl. And even though I kind of know that the Cowboys aren't going to win a Super Bowl ever again, I still have hope at the beginning of the season. I would have no hope because I just know that my team's going to lose.
Yeah. I think that's our thing with Cowboys. Like, as Cowboys fans, like, we have seen these guys be just garbage. You know what I mean? And then a year or two later, they turn it around. So it's like, you never know what's going to happen. A good draft can happen.
Yeah.
Hold out hope. But I agree. I think at least getting that guaranteed Super Bowl every
100%.
30, 40 years.
It's got to be better than just knowing your team's going to suck. I mean, I think, I would go what the Cowboys have done. They give us a little bit of hope at the beginning of the seasons, and then they, by midseason or a little bit after that, we're done. But one of these seasons, we're going to get there.
One of these times, it's bound to happen.
And we're going to love it.
That's it for me. We did it. We got through it.
So, as if I haven't talked enough, I came up with something new because the way that I'm doing Retro Rewind now, I don't get to talk about all the stuff that happened, which is good because we'll have more content years to come, right? So if I don't talk about everything, then there'll be other stuff to talk about. But I do want to talk about, I'm going to call this one Trav's Take because this one is something that I think it's going to be a little bit of a hot take. It's going to be something that maybe will stir up some controversy, but it really is my opinion and my thought about it. So I want to talk today in Trav's Take about the finger poke of doom. Do you remember the finger poke of doom?
No.
You don't remember the finger poke of doom. Okay, let's see if I share this screen with you, if you remember the finger poke of doom. Okay, so do you remember when Hulk Hogan poked Kevin Nash, and Kevin Nash flopped, and Hogan pinned him for the title?
I do not.
You don't remember that? Dang. Okay, and I bet I know why you don't remember that, because you didn't really watch WCW. And when this happened, so when this happened, it was the Monday Night Wars were in the middle of being the Monday Night Wars, okay? And this was something that everybody says the finger point of doom, the finger poke of doom is what killed the WCW. And I'm here to say, no, it freaking wasn't. Okay. And here's why. Because on this same night, at the beginning of WCW Monday Nitro, Tony Schiavone, do you remember that name? Yep. Tony Schiavone. He was the guy, the big loud mouth guy at the beginning of the shows, and he was always the color commentator, right? At the beginning of this episode, he says, hey, guess what, guys? Mick Foley is going to win the title over on Raw tonight because it's taped. And so you don't even need to switch over because I'm going to tell you the ending. So that'll put butts in seats, right? And so we're like, what? He just gave us the ending of WWF Raw. Like, you should not be able to do that. But here's the difference was WCW was live and WWF taped their Monday Night Raw on like Sunday after the pay-per-view. Okay. And so it was taped. So yes, I mean, if you were a douchebag, you could go tell people what happened if you wanted, but that takes the whole mystery away from it, right? And so this was actually Eric Bischoff that told him to do that, and he thought it would be a good thing. But here's what happened. The finger poke of doom was at the end. This was the main event. And what happened when this event happened is Hulk poked him, and it brought the NWO back together. And so everybody remembers, you don't hear that? The NWO Wolfpack theme. Oh, yeah. The howl and just the NWO Wolfpack theme, right? We remember that. And so they had split. The NWO had split into two. You had the black and white and the red and black. And Nash was in the red and black, and Hogan was on the white and black. And he poked him and he pinned him, and it was Kevin Nash giving Hogan the title back and the NWO reuniting. Okay. But nobody saw it, because what we all did is we said, we're going to go watch Mankind win the title on Raw, because that's awesome and he deserves it. And so we all, at main event time, we all flipped over 60,000 people, is what Nielsen said.
That was a huge blow up in their face.
Flipped over to Monday Night Raw to watch Mankind win the title instead of watching the NWO reunite. But the reuniting of NWO was awesome. But the fact that Tony Schiavone at the beginning of the episode ruined Raw, that's what ruined the WCW, not the Poke of Doom. The Poke of Doom, I feel like, was actually really good storytelling, because you're bringing this faction back together, and the big man, Hulk Hogan, he is still the big man. Whether you liked him or you didn't like him, he was the big man on campus, and he did deserve the title because he was the biggest name. And so Nash just taking that little poke and taking the pin, that was good storytelling to reunite those guys and prove that, Kevin Nash isn't weak because he didn't lose. But he needed to lose the belt to give it back to Hogan because they were reuniting, and you can't have the NWO together and not have Hogan as a champ. I mean, you just can't.
Yeah, but that's just you being a Hogan fan.
That's me being a wrestling fan and knowing that there's a pecking order. And it would be like The Rock being part of a faction, which I think he is. I don't watch wrestling today, but I think he's part of a faction, and not being the champion, and that would make him look less than.
But if you're part of a faction, I feel like you don't necessarily have to have a leader. You know what I mean?
Right, I get it, but
I don't know.
I don't know. I get it. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but to me, this was not the deciding factor in why the WCW ended up losing the Monday Night Wars. It was the fact that they underhanded and did something so dirty that you just don't do, and told the finish.
Yeah.
Like that, you're in the same wrestling game. Like, you can't just go.
That's such a cheap shot to me.
It was just a cheap shot. And I'm just like, dude, you can't do that. And I mean, so 12-year-old me flipped over, and or however old I was. And I watched Raw. I mean, I would have
done the same, because I'd have been like, I wonder if he's telling the truth. And
right.
Then
did he actually? Like, is he? Yeah. Right, like, it's going to pique your interest. I was watching them both because I watched them both every night anyway, but not everybody did that. So, but for me, it's always NWO for life, and I don't care. Like, that was the coolest to me. That was the 1A, 1B, them and DX, the coolest factions in wrestling, and so it was cool to see them reunite. But
it's also kind of bullshit, because there was supposed to be a big event there, a big fight, and there wasn't, because it was a stupid ass setup.
I agree. Yes, you're 100% right. If you bought a ticket to that event, and you thought you were seeing Hogan Nash,
I'd be so pissed.
You're pissed. Yes, I agree. Yep. But then you realize you're telling a story. I mean, that's the story that they're telling. And so Hogan Nash, that's going to be a crappy wrestling match anyway. Neither one of those dudes could wrestle well. They were just good characters.
People just want to see the NWO battle, but
yeah, I get it. So that's Trav's take for this week. I just feel like you don't do that kind of thing to your competition. Like, there's some rules in war, I feel like. And that's just underhanded and dirty. And so that's really what I think ruined the WCW, not the finger poke of doom. So
I agree.
Anyway.
Bullshit.
BS of the highest order. All right, let's talk about the answer to the conundrum. What did you think it was? No clue. So it was number B. If you answered number B, 179, it's actually 179.95. Okay. You were correct. But here's the deal. You said if you could get a console today for under $200, you'd be super happy. 199, if you do inflation, that would be $430 today. So, I mean, basically the same thing as an Xbox Series S, or more than a Series S today. A little less than a Series X, a little more, so right in the middle. But $430, that's not a little bit of money. I think that would have been a big deal for most families to go spend $179 or $199, $430 on something for their kids.
Maybe. I agree.
So that's the end of the show today. It was dumb. There was some stupid stuff.
We had some problems. We're just going to call this one technical difficulties.
We will work those out, and it will get better. And I think we're just going to roll how we rolled because all this other crap not working. Just give me a camera phone and a USB microphone, and we're going to kill it.
We'll figure it out. It'll be great.
We do have some cool stuff coming up in January, February. And we've got some guys called Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast.
Yeah.
Those guys are going to steal our podcast at some point, so that'll be fun.
That'll be
They're wild. I don't know if you've listened to any of their stuff yet.
I haven't yet.
Should just pick any episode and listen. These dudes are wild.
I feel like I'm going to fit in with them.
Yes, you definitely will. They're crazy. They say whatever's on their brain. So that'll be fun. We should have some podcast review coming from a couple other podcasters as well coming up soon. So we got some fun stuff in store, and we'll keep on rolling. So check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube for all of that. And until then,
peace out, motherfucker.
Peace.